Hi, sweet souls. You have found yourself at day 28 for a real opportunity to relax today. So, you've got a 30-minute guided meditation coming your way. All you have to do is lie down on your back. So, just come to relax. And as you get yourself settled on your back, I want you to take extra care. So just gently lie yourself down on the earth, becoming aware of the space that you occupy, the relationship with you and the earth, and the atmosphere that is around you, as well as the volume of space within you. And as you bring yourself to stillness, ensure that every single one of your needs have been met. So the temperature of the room that you're in is set up to be really nourishing. Your eyes are covered. The room that you're in is safe and tranquil. Now from this place, begin to feel the soles of both of your feet, and then follow the backs of your legs from your heels all the way up to your waistline. Earth below you, sky above, and you in the middle. Now from your pelvic floor, follow that space all the way up through the back of your spine, connecting to all the points between you and the earth. And then feel the placement of your head on the ground before really landing your awareness in the crown of your head. Feeling your entire back body nestled into the earth. Now begin to notice this volume of air which is being exchanged through your lungs, connecting you with the world around you. With each breath, a world of oxygen moving in, being exchanged with a world of excess being released. This communion between you and the community transcends time and space. Now, as you acquaint yourself with this volume of space within your lungs, also come to recognize the space between your lungs where your heart resides. And notice how your lungs are forever massaging your heart with each breath. And now as you begin to nestle your presence into your heart space, I want you to repeat your Sankalpa 3 times with your whole heart and your whole soul. And if that Sankalpa that we set at the beginning of this series has become a little foreign, set yourself a new intention, a commitment, a vow to what you are becoming. Yeah, I want you to state it as if it was already true in this moment. So use positive language in the present tense. And then feel it come alive as you repeat it 3 times internally to yourself. Now as this activates in your body, in your mind, in your spirit, begin to imagine your breath moving from your pelvic floor as you inhale. And then all the way to the crown of the head, back down to the pelvic floor as you exhale. So the breath traveling up and down. This pathway is this energetic channel that runs through, right through your center, your central channel. This whole entire channel can begin to become illuminated by this trail of breath. And now as this trail is illuminated, let this light be transmitted up and down your spine. Let it take form as the most beautiful and brilliant shade of blue. This breath moving up and down with each breath in and each breath out. And if you found any attempt to control the breath, just back away and lean into the trust of that innate wisdom of your body. That your breath already knows the path, and that you have the luxury right now of just being able to observe. And now from this central channel, this all begins to emanate. Or at least your awareness of this emanation begins to come online. And rather than being this perfect orb, let it begin to take shape into an oval that is beautifully crafted around your body. You begin to recognize this oval, this bubble, this eminence of your own center to be a cocoon. And what was once seen as this channel of blue light slowly fading into this remnants of a caterpillar, this mystical aspect of transformation and metamorphosis. The whole essence, the whole physicality of the caterpillar just turns into mush, into goop, releasing its old self, which is exactly what is happening within you. Now the breath still moves, but now it's moving you. This casing, this cocoon, this chrysalis is there to hold you safe, so that you can fully let go and release into your own metamorphosis. The magic of this moment is that what you are becoming is so far beyond the imagination, yet the divine plan has been here all along. So allow yourself to trust in the unknown, into this genius, this ancient, brilliant coding that is activating within you right now. And now in the most effortless release, a new structure and form begins to organize itself. There is nothing for you to do. You fully release into your own undergoing until the undoing becomes a unveiling. Now you can begin to imagine, notice, visualize the most precious and perfect butterfly image right at your throat. And now a thyroid wraps around your voice box like the wings of a butterfly. And even the butterfly will continue to transform. Merging from the butterfly comes to be what seems to be these two wings, one on either side. So these wings at the tips have a contour of 5 little realms. And there's a force that is instinctual and confident that rises from the back of your neck in through the center and then begins to reach out in either direction. This expansion to either side finds its way into the very center of your arms. And then the very center point within each is what drives the growth. You can feel your right wing moving down your right arm all the way through to the palm of your hand. Noticing this little tiny hand for fingers and a thumb begin to take shape. And almost like you are slipping on a glove, you find the inner contour of your fingers and your thumb on your right hand. Yet there's this incredibly beautiful opposing force that as you reach out, there's something reaching back in. It moves in this spiral until you feel and embody the whole length of your right hand. You feel the whole entire right arm, lung, thyroid, and voice box on the right. And then return to the very center line at the throat. And that wing of the butterfly that morphed into the wing of the bird with these little rounded contours at the edge begins to grow to the left. Through your left arm to the very center of your left arm. That same radical experience of extending out whilst reaching in becomes even more apparent. Again, feeling that sense of placing on a glove as you reach through the left fingertips. Feeling each of your fingers against your thumb. Let them become contoured. You become aware of the inner volume of your whole left arm. Fingers, thumb, and that certain quality of aliveness. And then you feel your whole left arm, shoulder, lung, throat, voice box, thyroid, and from what was once a glimmer of light has transformed a caterpillar into a butterfly, into a bird. These wings of your own voice. Another type of communication mechanism is formed through your arms and through your hands. So feel them both right now. Maintain felt awareness in your throat, shoulders, arms, hands. And then briefly go and just gather up the lower body, waistline, pelvis, legs and feet, up the spine, to the neck, head, face, throat. You call your whole entire body into this experience, where the throat the arms, the hands are illuminated. Now spend a moment to just feel your right hand, the palm and the fingertips. And then bounce your awareness over to your left hand, palm, fingertips. And then feel both hands at the same time. Now, while only feeling your right hand, see if you could perceive heat in the hand. And then in your left hand, see if you could see or perceive or feel only cold in your left hand. Heat in the right, cold in the left. Can you hold both of these polarities at the same time? Right hand hot, left hand cold. And then let that go. And as you come back to your center, feel your whole body. And let's just drop in a question. What does it feel like to be alone? Straight away, just notice any associations that arise with aloneness. Be it a feeling, a texture, a sensation, an associated emotion or thought or story. Can you allow whatever naturally arises, whatever naturally comes up with being alone? And then let that go, release it fully. Now let's drop in another question. What does it feel like to be in community? What does it feel like to be in connection with community? You let that go as well. You return to your throat. This little blue butterfly at your thyroid. Allowing this place to ground you. So you feel more connected here. You've got nowhere to go and nowhere to be, but tune into your voice box. What does it feel like when you tune into those external voices? Maybe there's a particular texture, a color, a feeling, emotion, thought, to the external voices. And as you notice what that feels like, notice what that activates within you. And then let it go as you turn inward and attune yourself to your internal voice. You move from the external to the internal. And then as you find that inner voice, notice the texture, the quality, the tone of that internal voice. That is you. And then you let that go as well. And as you let it go, you might become bigger than life. Or you might become very, very, very tiny. You might stay neutral. And it doesn't matter. And what matters is that you keep your presence to this experience as it's happening. You allow your consciousness to expand into the space within and around your voice box. And now as you find yourself in this vast, infinite space, you go beyond time and you go beyond space into no time and no space, because you still have nowhere to go. But attune yourself into this infinite, present practice. The more you expand, the greater your presence becomes. You recognize that you are now in all time and all spaces. And it's here that you can access the quantum. Now, in this quantum is a community waiting for you. As anyone who has ever done this practice has entered this space. There is no linear timeline for this hangout, because you rest in all time and all space. All you need to do is make the request to connect to this community with zero expectation of what it looks like or what it feels like. Let it be revealed. And as you connect into this inner community, feel the Reiki healing energy assisting us all in this process. Wherever you have landed, feel yourself lying down, relaxed and connected. Almost as though you're in this virtual reality, beginning to allow yourself to imagine a future that you want to live in. A future that is collaborative, cooperative, and beyond your wildest dreams. And if that is difficult to see, allow yourself to imagine what it feels like. Notice how many of us are there gathering, collectively putting forward our hearts and our souls. And to imagine this future that has never even been seen before, connected through the language of our heart, our dreams, and our desires. And if something appears in contrast to where you want to be, just notice it. Thank it for coming up. And then release it. Return to this collaborative collective of hearts, co-creating a new earth. Open yourself to receive. You're never alone. We are now more connected through the physical realms, the telepathic, and the quantum than ever before. So let the seeds that have been planted, let them germinate and weed out any that you wish to release. Tend into the ones that you want to grow, the ones that you want to nourish. Now begin to reaffirm your intention, your sankalpa, or any message that came up or that you received. Reinforce it now by repeating it 3 times. And as you feel it, let it take root. And then begin to breathe some life into it. Very consciously beginning to deepen your breath, directing it inside to that place that you would like to nurture. And then slowly does it. Begin to welcome the finest of movements back in. Perhaps just running your tongue around your teeth, moving your jaw, your shoulders, your fingertips. And when you're ready, bring bigger movements into your hands and your feet until the most incredible primal stretch makes its way through your body. And then once that stretch is complete, bring your knees in and roll over to a fetal position. Keep your eyes closed. And then come to a seat. Once you're seated, bring your palms to meet up at the center of your chest, your heart space. Bow your chin in as you thank yourself for showing up here and for showing up for this community. Thank the invisible quantum connection that we all have. And thank the infinite possibilities that lie before us. Bow your chest forward. Namaste. Thank you, my friends. It's been such a pleasure to practice with you and to meet in this quantum space. Take good care of yourself, and I'll see you tomorrow.